Hi, my name is Paulette Smith, but friends and family call me Missy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be preparing an easy and elegant appetizer using puff pastry, bacon, asparagus, and of course, Philadelphia cream cheese. Our appetizer is a simple take on a very classic French dish called vol au vent. It's a very, very pretty dish. Our dish is not going to be quite as complicated, but it's going to be just as delicious. So the first thing we're going to do is render our bacon. We're going to take 2 to 3 slices of bacon. We're going to saute them in a saute pan so they're nice and crisp, and we're going to drain them on a paper towel. I've already done that for us. We're just going to move that over to the side. We're going to reserve about a tablespoon of the bacon fat. I know people have issues with fat these days, and it's good to be conscious, but I want to tell you that you don't want to skip this step because we're going to be sauteing our asparagus in that reserved bacon fat, and it adds the most incredible flavor. So you're going to take about 9 to 10 slices of asparagus, and you're going to cut them into about 1/4-inch pieces. And you're going to put them in the saute pan. We're going to cook them just until they're tender, maybe 4 to 5 minutes or so. Go ahead and get that going. All right. Now let those cook off a little bit, and then once they're done, you're going to put them aside to cool. So the next thing we're going to move on to is our filling. Now, the filling consists of 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of shredded Parmesan cheese, and then 2 tablespoons of a dried pesto mix. We're going to need about 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. Freshly ground pepper is the best if it's available to you. If not, regular ground pepper will do just fine. All right, we're going to move this off the stove and let that cool down a bit. And so then what you're going to do is put all of your ingredients into the mixing bowl of a stand mixer, or if you have a hand mixer, that's fine. You're going to add your cream cheese, your seasoning, your shredded parm, your bacon. Don't forget the bacon. It's really important. The other thing that needs to go into the mix is eggs. We don't need an entire egg in our filling. So what I like to do, because I don't like to waste anything, crack an egg, mix it with 2 teaspoons of water, and you're going to then remove about 2 tablespoons of the egg to a separate container, which is going to be used for our egg wash for our puff pastry. The rest of the egg gets put into your filling. And we've got that all done here. We just added the egg, so we're going to go ahead and mix that up. You want to get that nice and creamy and smooth. All right, that's good. So then the next thing we need to move on to is our puff pastry. A puff pastry is one of those things, if you can make it at home and you have the time to do it, it's wonderful. You cannot beat homemade puff pastry. But with our busy lives and busy schedules, it's just as good to buy it out of the grocery store, and actually it works perfect for this recipe. So I've got some of it filling in the refrigerator, and I'm going to show you very quickly how we're going to put together our vol au vent. The thing about puff pastry, it comes frozen. You're going to get about 2 sheets per box, and this recipe uses folded sheets, and you're going to get about 18 vol au vents out of that. So we're going to get 9 out of a sheet. It comes folded in thirds. So once it's thawed out, you're going to unfold it. You're going to cut a third vertical, and then you're going to cut a third horizontal. So you're going to get 9 perfect little squares. And let me show you what we're going to do with those. We're going to make this a very pretty appetizer. So move these over to this board. We're going to take a little bit of flour, just a very little bit of flour. Let's mix some of these ingredients. You don't want to use too much flour because you don't want to dry your puff pastry. Puff pastry has layers and layers of butter, and we don't want to dry that out. So you're going to put a little flour on your board and a little flour on your puff pastry. We're going to fold it into a triangle, fold it on itself into a triangle, and then you're going to cut along the sides of the triangle and make a border. Keeping in mind that at the very tip of your triangle, you want to make sure that your pastry stays connected because we're going to need that to hold our vol au vent together. You're going to open it up and you're going to pick up the sides. You're going to use the sides that are disconnected from the center of the pastry. You're going to fold one border up and then you're going to take the other border and fold it down. And it makes this beautiful little vol au vent with a center that can be used to put your filling in. And that works out just perfect. So you're going to get 18 out of those. So you're going to lay these then on a still pat line sticky sheet. And I've got one of those ready for us. So hang on, I'll grab that out of the refrigerator. All right. There we go. Let's put the one we just did on there. We're going to take our filling and we're going to scoop and fill the inside of the vol au vent. You're going to want to use, I would say about a half a tablespoon for pastry, just to get a nice bit right in the center there. That's probably a half a tablespoon. What's going to happen is once it gets put in the oven, the puff pastry, the borders that we created here are going to bake up nice and golden right around our filling. You're going to go ahead and get all those filled. Then the next thing we're going to do is add our asparagus. You're just going to want to press a little bit of the asparagus right into the center of each of your vol au vents. And this asparagus already tastes great by itself because it's been cooked in that delicious bacon fat. Okay, get those filled. And you can add as much or as little as you like. You just want it to be pretty. You want it to look nice and have everybody get a good bit of that bacon. All right. Then the next thing we're going to do is egg wash our pastry. Just right on the borders that we've created, you're going to add a nice little egg wash there. That's going to make it golden brown when they come out of the oven. They're going to be absolutely glistening and beautiful. I don't think you could get a simpler appetizer that's going to look elegant and beautiful on a plate. It's perfect for springtime with the asparagus. All right. Back in there. And we're going to pop that into a 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. It's going to puff up golden brown. We'll take a look and a taste when we get back. Here we have the finished product. Simple, savory asparagus vol au vent.